So next up in this little series we're going to take a look at a BBC Micro game. There weren't many Mastertronic games released on the BBC Micro, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the worst of the bunch. The game is called Starmaze 2. Don't ask me what happened to Starmaze 1 because it doesn't exist as far as I can tell. So let's take a quick look at the packaging and then a little look at the game as well. So here's the cover of the game. As you can see there, it does say Electron version only. That's not going to be a problem for me because I'm going to load the game off my SD card enabled BBC Micro in a moment. It was originally the BBC version. As you can see, the stick is kind of stuck over the top of the original image there on the corner. So anyway, you can see it's not the most spectacular covers. It's got like a sort of isometric puzzle style thing, and it says Starmaze 2 on it, and the spine is the usual grid style. As I said there, it's got the BBC Model B version in the corner there, and it just says Starmaze 2 on it. Back cover's got the loading instructions, which I won't be using, and inside pretty basic stuff again. Just got the logo at the top there, the aim of the game. Banished to the Starmaze after committing the crime of the century, blah 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 blah. You find yourself in an amazing 3D maze which is constructed on a platform in space. It's got the controls there, which are very unintuitive. L and R for left and right, F and B, M for a map, and escape to create a new maze. And that's it for the inside of the packaging. So let's take a look at the game. So if you've seen any of my reviews of BBC Micro games before, you'll recognise this screen. This is my SD card loader. So I'm just going to load the game by pressing enter. As you can see, Starmaze 2 is already highlighted. Some fairly annoying noises, and as you can see there's a star field with the controls listed on it again, and that's pretty much it. Press any key and you get to choose the size of the maze. That's the only in-game option. So it's presumably a square, and you're specifying the number of blobs, width and height of the, or depth and width of the maze, whatever. So we'll choose 7, creating the maze. And you've probably seen games like this on most computers. Basically, you start in a maze and you've got to find your way out of it. You start by being presented with a very big yellow screen, but if I press L to turn left, hopefully I'll see something a bit more. There we go, it finally draws the new view of the maze, and you can see there's a corridor. You've got distance to exit at the bottom there, energy, which goes down every time you move, coordinates in the grid of the maze, and the time and which way I'm facing. So lots of information, none of which is very interesting. Let's just press M and have a look at the map that I've drawn. Okay, so you've got a map of the maze, which therefore makes it pretty bloody straightforward to get out of if it's going to give you a map. I thought the idea was to explore the maze yourself and work your own way out. So by the looks of that, if I go south and then work my way around, this is the exit here. It's not going to take me too long, I wouldn't have thought, to make my way out of there. So let's go left again, and south we go. So forwards, turn right. At the moment it looks like I'm getting further away from the exit, but hopefully that will change. No, I definitely am at the moment. Let's just take a look at that map again. That should have put me around about here somewhere. Yeah, there I am. So I am working my way around in the right way. As you can see, it's a pretty terrible game. It takes ages to draw the next section of the maze, and it's really rather boring. But let's try and get out of the maze just to give it a reasonable review. Graphics are very colourful in their 4 colours of red, green, yellow and black. Sounds limited to a little bleep every time you move to a new section of the maze. So turn left and forward and right, and I'm facing the wrong way now actually. Right again, and right again, and Now I'll go forward. It's a bit annoying you can't sidestep, so you have to do rotational turns all the time. That just makes it even more time to get out of the maze. But what's most annoying about it, in fact it's not really annoying, it's just really boring, is it's just really boring. So, shit where I am on the map just to make sure I haven't got myself lost, but I should be down here now I reckon. Yeah, there I am. So I've got to get all the way to there, which is really quite annoying. But there you go. Let's keep at it. So, should be able to go forwards now. Forwards again. I think what's best at this point is that I play through this at normal speed and then play it back on the video at least twice normal speed, so it's not quite as tedious for you guys watching. That is until I get to the end of the maze. So here I am at the exit to the maze, which is a black blob. There's no challenge to this game whatsoever. If you didn't have the map, then at least it'd be a challenge of trying to find your way out. But with the map, it's just a case of get from one end of the maze to the other. The bigger the maze, the better, I suppose. And we'll just have a look at a bigger maze in a minute. But that gets me out of the maze by going forwards. You get a pretty terrible rendition of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind music over and over again until you press escape, and it asks you then for a bigger maze. So let's just take a look at a 12 by 12 maze just to see the enormity of the task ahead of you there. Basically it's a bloody awful game. Definitely wouldn't want it on the Commodore 64, definitely not worth $1.99, not when you consider the other games that are available at this point in time, but that would be the maze if you went for a 12 by 12. As you can see, it'd be quite a challenge to get out of there. Looks like you could take one of two routes. You could either go that way and out there, or this way. No, you can't get out there. In fact, you'd have to go that way. So you could be wandering around in that maze forever. But that's it. Crap game. Not worth $1.99. Crap game even on the BBC Micro, and definitely not something I want on the Commodore 64. So let's move on and take a look at another Amstrad game now.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.